All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today, to answer questions asked, all right, I'll be reading the questions and then providing the answers to my curious subscribers and viewers. All right, so the first question that was asked is, what does DBG stands for or means on your YouTube channel? Well, it actually means Daina Brown Graham. All right. So the DB, Daina Brown, all right, that's my birth name. And the G, Graham, came by marriage. So my name actually stands for song. Next question. Do you love your name? Definitely. I love my name. I would not change my name for nothing, anything at all. I love my name, Daina. Just the pronunciation of it is fascinating. All right? Daina, 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 Daina. And my Daina is spelled D-A-I-N-A. Daina. All right? Good. Was it difficult for others to pronounce your name? Actually, during high school, that is when I had some challenge as I go along the way with some of my teachers. So instead of saying Dana, they said Diana. And sometimes I keep wondering if they're not seeing properly, because I know it is not IA, but AI. All right, but I do understand. And know that I am in certain position, I do understand, because I would prefer to call somebody by the name that I can pronounce properly rather than the name that I cannot pronounce. All right, so see, for example, Deniqua Lewis. I rather to say Miss Lewis than to mispronounce the person's first name. I rather to do that. And if they gave me the pronunciation more than once and I still can't pronounce it, I'm just going to use the other name. All right, and I normally say to them, all right, I'm having issues pronouncing your name or keeping the pronunciation. This time I may say it correctly, next time I don't say it correctly. Are you okay with me calling you by your surname or your first name if the surname is a funny name that I have issues pronouncing? All right, good. And how old are you? I'm not going to give you my direct age, but all I'll say is my age is off the calendar. All right? So once I say that, you know that the last number or digit on that calendar, I am beyond that. I'll say that much. What is your birth month? My birth month is October. All right? And I love the month that I was born in. And I honestly and truly don't believe that a month have anything to do with an individual. Nature, nurture, right? Those things are what actually groom an individual into who they are. So saying that I am a Libran, I don't really believe into horoscope and those things. All right, but if that's what you believe in, then that's you. All right, and that is why it goes back to what I'm saying, nature, nurture. All right, good. So following that, was your childhood fun? Yes, it was, because I had my siblings, I had my cousins, and I also had neighbors and others from the community. You know, we came together, we had fun, you know, and I was kind of a tomboy growing up because um, anywhere the males are, I'm behind them, pee pee, cluck cluck. And I love climbing trees, guys. I used to love to climb trees. And I think that developed in me because in my yard, we had a lot of mango trees and some plum trees. All right, and so at times when we feel for mango and plum, me climb them. Me climb the plum tree, me climb the mango tree, and I sat in there on the limbs that are firm, and I eat some of those mangoes, and I had some of those plums. And when I feel like that's it, then I come down. Sometimes I come down barehanded because nobody else wants any mangoes or plums. And there are other times now when I also pick some for others. So yes, I had a good and fun childhood. I also remember that we loved playing dolly house, you know, and we would make dolls out of soda bottles and grass straw, and we get string and tie them so that them not come loose. And that was the hair of the doll. All right, not that we didn't have other dolls, you know, but we couldn't take them out of the house, carry go outside, go play, and get them all messy. So we had to make our own dolly, right? And so the bottle and the grass straws and the strings, they worked for us. All right. In addition to that, we used to take tins like the corned beef tins, the beans, and that would be our pots, and we cook in them. All right. Sometimes a dirt our food. Sometimes we go get water put in there, so we boil the water, throw dirt in there and say, yeah, and that our food we are cook. And when you don't cook, we share you out. Ah boy, when you're a child, you're just a child. Alright. And I enjoyed riding bicycle too. Yes. So I can ride a bike. Alright. The American term, a bike. The Jamaican term, a bicycle. Yeah. And I would consider myself a good rider. Good. And I used to love when my siblings and my cousins and I we compete and we are race on the road. And while we are race, we have to watch out the vehicle come, because the vehicle come, we have to go up on the bank inside, because in the middle of the road we take for race, you know. And then they used to have one hill called Danger Hill. Hey, you see when you go down that hill there, make sure say you know where you do, else what, are you on a bicycle I go straight on your face. No wonder why they named Danger Hill, because you have to be very cautious while you're going down that hill. But we used to love it. Alright, and if we parents send we a shop and the bicycle is available, we not bother walk, we ride. If we are go out a post office now, you know, say that I want like a good distance. So we used to love do them little something there. And sometimes too, because back in those days, the primary school that I used to attend, it was shift. So if we were on the morning shift and we had a sibling coming home on the evening shift, then when school over, we would have go meet that sibling on the bicycle and carry that sibling come home on the bicycle. So yeah, but then enjoy riding the bicycle. All right. And in learning to ride, you know, you have to get little bruises here and there. Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. Next question. Do you have a pet name or a nickname? I have several. All right. So my parents or grandparents gave me the pet name Tamika. All right. And then along the way, I gained Tammy, Tam Tam. All right. Slimmers, Browning, Bones, Bagawaya, Brownie, Dana B, and Mrs. G. All right, and none of those names I took offense to, because growing up I was very slim. All right, and I can understand the name Slimmers, Bones, Bagawaya, very slim. All right, so because I know that was factual, I didn't let any of those names get me down. I just work with the program and I had no issues. All right, next question. From your YouTube channel, it is evident that you are married. So then, how long have you been married for? Actually, 17 years. All right, so December of 2023, my husband and I, Carlington Graham, will be celebrating our 18th year of marriage. So currently, I have been married for 17 years. Where did you meet your husband? I met my husband in high school, fifth form of high school to be factual. All right. So I have seen him on the school compound before, but we have never actually had any form of conversation. And even while being in fifth form, we didn't have the conversation until sometime after October, somewhere along there. All right, so off, not gonna give the year. All right, so yeah, in high school, fifth form, that is. All right, the next question is, do you have a child or children? Yes, I do have 3 children, a beautiful daughter and 2 handsome sons. All right, so where do you reside? I currently reside in Clarendon, Jamaica. All right, what is your religion? My religion is holiness. All right, are you employed? And which sector are you employed in? Yes, I'm currently employed. I'm in the education sector, and I actually teach secondary students. So those are the students that are or have left the primary and the preparatory schools and are now transitioning into high schools. All right, so throughout my years of teaching, I teach first form right through to sixth form. All right, so I have experience in teaching practically all grades except upper 6. All right, so from first form to lower 6. How long have you been teaching for? Well, I have been an educator for 13 years. All right, I taught in the private sector for 3 years and 10 in the public education system. Currently in the public education system. All right. Do you love what you do? Definitely, without a doubt, I do love what I do. I teach information technology, and I do love teaching information technology. The love for IT stem from my alma mater, Clarendon College, where I had an excellent teacher, Miss Price. I also thanked her for her contribution in the first video that I have on my channel, Miss Price, right? So that's where the love for the subject started, and that's what I'm currently teaching. If you were to take up another career field, what would that be? In all honesty, that would be business, because back in high school, that's my option area. I did business. All right, but as life progresses, I started out with maths and computing, and I realized that the maths are just not going to work. All right, and I did business and computing, and then I branched off into computer studies as my major and minor. So yeah, if I'm supposed to take on another field, that would definitely be business. Which holiday do you enjoy the most and why? Well, for me, summer, 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 summer all the way. All right. And the reason for that is because it's the longest holiday for my profession. All right. And it allows me to spend more time with my family, and I don't have to be rushing so much. All right. So I love the summer. Next question. What physical feature do you fancy the most and the least? Well, as you can see right here, these beautiful eyes that God has given me, these are my most fancied feature. Yes. And almost everywhere I go, there's somebody there to compliment me on my beautiful eyes. Even the youngest of kids, 5 years old, Miss Graham, Mrs. Graham, or they would say, Tammy, your eyes them pretty. To some persons I would say thank you, and to some I would say, yes, I know, but thanks. Yeah, because they are. Okay, they are. All right. My less fancied feature is, see it right here, so? You see this right here, so? Right. Right here, so it look like a peel out or pick out. Yeah, that's my least fancied feature. And to be honest, last year I found out which parent I got it from, or should I say which family member, because I knew my mom don't have it. And I noticed my son, when his hair is grown up, it shows more. When his hair is cut to a level you don't see it. And I don't know if any other of my family member recognizes it, but I do, because I have it, right? So this section here, it recedes. There's no hair right here, and I no pick out. I just saw me born. All right. So last year I saw a picture of my father, because his hair is now grown, like a Rastafarian. All right, or he might have locked his hair. And when I saw that picture, I realized that he has the same trait, and I'm like, oh my God, it's you that I got it from. And I was like, now I see where that comes from, because his hair, as often as I've seen him, is cut low, so I never noticed it. Not until him grow him hair now. And I saw a picture of it, and I'm like, because my father is living in the States, so it's not like every day something when we see him. And I'm saying, yeah, so you may get it from. And then I said, oh, and my son now, my first son got it from me. Genetics is really a thing. All right. So this is my least physical feature right there. Okay. But before my religion, where I could go to places without my head being covered, I used to normally style my hair in a way whereas it's not that evident. All right. And now with my religion being holiness, whereas I have to cover my head, I took this as an opportunity, okay, to cover it. And then again too, as you can see, I have a big forehead right here. So to me, when I do my head wraps, it not look good to me if it's all the way back, because guess what? You see them edges, yeah? Them are not even edges. I all of my head side yeah, so pick out. Alright, so to me, if my edges are not taken in by the head wrap, I somehow don't feel comfortable with that. And that's just me. That's just a part of who I am. Alright? Not that I'm hiding any part of me, no, but I live for comfort at times. And if I'm not comfortable in something, I am going to be uncomfortable for the rest of the day or the period. So I just can't work with uncomfortableness. So I have to dress to feel comfortable. All right? Good. Guides your daily? What guides you daily? For me, the Holy Scriptures. Because there's nothing new that's in the Scriptures, which some of you will call the Bible. There's nothing new in it. All right? Everything that we want to know and how to go about life, what to do, it's in the Scriptures. Not everything I have been taught yet. All right? But whatever it is that I have been taught, I try my best to be obedient to what is written in the Scripture. All right? And for where I fall short, I know that those are things that I have to work on. And that is why I am aiming for perfection, for holiness, for I'm just aiming to be holy. All right? Because in serving God and in order to be perfected, I cannot have any form of error within me. All right? And so the scriptures, the Holy Scriptures is my guide on a daily basis. Outside of work and church, where is your favorite place to be? Guys, my favorite place to be is home. And the reason for that is my private space. When I'm out and about, I'm amongst hundreds of people. All right, but when I'm home, my family, and that's just my private zone, my private space, being away from the world. Which online platform or platforms do you use to shop? So, I mainly shop with Amazon, all right? But there are also other online stores that I use, such as Etsy, Macy's, Walmart, Chick Me, Shein, New York and Company, and maybe a couple more, but these are the ones that I use the most and the ones that really stand out. All right, and it's not just for clothing or apparel. All right, I sometimes buy other personal items and household items from these online stores as well. All right, so which courier service or services do you use when you shop online? I only use two. That would be Mailpack and SSMC Express. However, my main courier service is Mailpack because 5 days out of the week I am in Maypen. The next question is, what is your favorite meal, drink, pastry, and snack? Well, my favorite meal is rice and peas and fried chicken or fried fish. It's as basic as that, guys. And my favorite drink is sorrel. I love sorrel, even though it's not an everyday drink for me. When I can have it, I ain't going to drink anything else. Okay. Sorrel, me say. All right. And then my favorite pastry is icing cake. I'm not a fan of fruit cake because any raise them and them something that I'm not friend. But while I do eat it, I do eat it occasionally, but it's not my favorite. Icing cake are my favorite cake, alright? And favorite snack, that's my all-time favorite snack. That's a snack that I love from I was a child, and that's Chippies banana chips. I'll sit and I'll eat 3 packs of those small ones one time. The big pack, we done that in 2 days. So I've eaten Saldana banana chips too, but if Chippies did it, me now pass up Chippies and take Saldana. Alright? The other banana chips now that I have eaten, I don't know. There's something in it that doesn't agree with my stomach. Anytime I eat them, me feel bad. So I try to stay away from those other banana chips. So Chippies all the way. If Chippies not about, we will take the Saldana. And a matter of fact, the only supermarket that sells Chippies right now is Value Mart. So that's the only place that I can go right now to get Chippies banana chips. Alright? And they don't always have it. Because you know, a supermarket, they run out of things sometimes. Because I'm not the only one who eat that. So yeah, other people are going to buy it too. Good? Following that, which fast food restaurant is your favorite? KFC, 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 KFC. Nobody does it better. I have eaten at other fast food restaurants, and guys, I don't know if I'm one, but everybody prepare them stuff differently. And for me, when it's not the chicken, it's the fries, some seasoning or something that they use on it, it just not agree with me. And it doesn't make sense. If there's something in a product that doesn't agree with you, you're going to just keep on eat it. You know, make no sense. Because you're not going to enjoy it, and more further off, it's going to make you sick. That is what happens to me at times when I partake of those fast food restaurants meal. So a KFC, me say. Alright? So that's what I love and prefer. Alright, so the next question is, how do you relax? First of all, for relaxation purposes, I have to know where I want to relax. Alright? And part of my relaxation routine involves the elevation of my feet. I'm not 100% relaxed, if my feet are not elevated. All right, so they can't be flat on the floor. So one, it's either I am in my bed. Two, I am sitting on the veranda chair and I use another chair to elevate my feet if I am not sitting in the long chair or lying in the long chair. All right. And lastly, in my settee or my couch. All right. And it would not be one of those single settee either. It has to be the long one. Good. So once I am in relaxation mode, I am either watching television, browsing social media, or listening a message by Pastor Jennings or more elder. And I am also just there thinking or meditating about the goodness of God towards me and my family, or just meditating on other things. So that's how I relax. All right. So the next question is, what is the most challenging thing you have attempted? Well, for my height and age, I am overweight. So trying to lose weight have been one of the most challenging things that I have undertook personally. And I mostly try losing weight during my holiday breaks. All right, so you have the Christmas, you have the Easter, you have the summer. All right, and the longest one, whereas I have actually seen much progress, is during the summer periods, because that's a longer time being at home than in the Christmas time or the Easter time. All right, and so I remember during the summertime I came to lose 10 pounds. All right, but the thing with me is, once school reopens, the consistency, it gone. I can't keep up, because by the time school over, extra class, waiting on the kids when there's no extra class, by the time me come home, do my necessary home duties, me tired and me pack down. So I can't get to exercise. So what I know works for me when it comes on to exercising, the mornings are the better time for me, or should I say the best time for me. If I don't get that exercise out of the way between 4 and 8 a.m., boy, it's a struggle. So till, my mind is telling me, tomorrow the man, do you not need to take one day? All right. And then we do my exercise the next day. And if I don't meet that morning schedule, here we go again. You're tired, man. Go and go rest. Take it up some other day. And it moves from there to there to there to there until your entire body just completely zone out of the whole exercising process. And so mentally, in it again. And so that's the most challenging thing that I have done. All right. And I plan to go back at it again. I haven't started yet. But I definitely need to lose some pounds, guys, because for my age and my height, I am definitely overweight. I am not obese, thank God. I am just overweight. And I need to get that sorted. But I'm not in the frame of mind right now. I have the time and everything else. I just me need to get up one day and say, Dana, a time now. Alright? And be serious about it. So it's just me. Alright, I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna force myself. I'm just not ready yet. So when the time come for that to happen, it's gonna happen. Alright? So tell me in the comment section. Alright? Have you faced challenges while exercising or trying to lose weight? Alright? And the final question is, what advice would you give to others? Alright, the same advice I give to myself. Be yourself. There's no better person than who you are. It makes no sense pretending, because at the end of the day, your true character is going to be shown. Even if it takes a couple years, it's gonna come out. All right, so be yourself and interact and surround yourselves with positive people, people that motivate you, people that encourage you. No people where go, even when you have a bad day, I go kick your feet off the ground at the same time. No. You don't need no negative energy around you. We say, are your friend, or your family member, or even your colleague, whoever they may be. Keep positive persons in your circle. All right? And don't let anyone try to influence you negatively, because sometimes when you're influenced negatively, when you need help, the one that influenced you negatively and you took on the influence, they're nowhere around. All right, so have a mind of your own. So if you know the thing not right, don't do it. All right, so be good, take care of yourselves, and trust the process and trust God. For me, without God as the center of my life, I would not be here today, because I have experienced so many things in my life, from a teenager coming up, and I know it is God. All right, I don't discuss religion, I don't debate religion in the sense whereas it causes strife. No. Ask me a simple question, or ask me a question and I can respond to the question, I will. All right, but based on my experiences that I have had or encountered, I know God is real. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in and being patient. And whether you're sitting down, you're lying down, you're driving, you're listening, I do appreciate it. All right, but remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you are not, remember to like, comment, and share this video. See you in the next one.